Welcome. This is the fourth video of our Selenium series, and in this video I am going to cover Selenium WebDriver architecture. In this video I have covered everything from beginner to advanced that you need to learn as part of the architecture of a WebDriver. If you are struggling to learn, this video is for you. I just want your attention to stay by the end of this video, and I promise you that you will be an expert in no time. So without wasting any time, let's move to the computer screen and let's start learning. So the architecture you see on your screen is of a WebDriver. So first of all, let's just take an overview of the architecture. See, there are 5 parts to this architecture of the WebDriver. The first part is where the Selenium, the test code is there, where you write your Selenium test code. The second part is called as the WebDriver language binding or the client libraries. Both are same thing. The third part is the JSON via protocol. The fourth part is a browser driver, and the fifth and the final part is a real browser, that is the Chrome, Firefox or Edge, whatever you are using. Alright, so first of all, the architecture starts from here and it ends up here. So how do every part of this architecture communicates and what does everything means? Let's just understand one by one. So when you see this Selenium test code, Java, Python or JavaScript, this is nothing but your simple Selenium test script what you write on your laptop or on your computer. So whenever you write something like this, like WebDriver, driver equal to new Chrome driver, and you can write driver.get equal to driver.get, or you can get that http google.com. Alright, this is your plain Selenium code, and this is what you write as part of this particular part. So what is this? This is your code, and browser does not understand this directly. This is the most important part that you need to understand. Whatever code you're writing in Selenium, browser will not understand this directly. Alright. So now, since browser don't understand the Selenium code, whatever you have written directly, browser have something called as WebDriver language binding. Alright. And what does this WebDriver language binding do? It converts your code into internal Selenium commands. Alright. So Selenium can understand something, a command something like this. You can see this: name, get, parameters, URL, http.google.com. So if you are writing a code which look like this, driver equal to new Chrome driver and driver.get http google.com, client libraries or the WebDriver language converts this code to this type of code. And this is the second part of architecture where the conversion is done. So what it does, it converts your code into internal Selenium commands. As simple as that, nothing complicated. Alright. Now you have to send this command to the browser. Alright. What was the ultimate goal? Our ultimate goal is to send this command, whatever we have written, WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver, to the real browser, so that this real browser understand that I have to invoke a driver and I have to get this URL whatever the user has given. So for that we are doing all of this step. So first of all, what happened? This command got converted into internal Selenium command, and now what will happen? This internal Selenium command will be converted into a JSON format. Why? Because we have something called as browser driver, and browser driver only understands JSON and it does not understand anything else. Alright. So to convert this command into a JSON, we are using this JSON wire protocol, okay, which is also known as W3C WebDriver protocol. It is just a protocol, just a, what is protocol? Protocol is just a way, just a formula of converting something to something else. Alright. So it is just a protocol or just a formula which is converting this particular internal Selenium command into this type of JSON format. So if you see the JSON format, you will see that we have a post session, and then your URL will be there, and this URL will be passed as a string inside this JSON. So what happened? Basically, when you give the command driver.get http google.com, it converted into Selenium command, and then now Selenium command is now converted into a JSON format so that our browser driver can understand. And who did this? JSON via protocol, which is a W3C WebDriver protocol. This particular driver converted this into a JSON command. So Selenium needs to send command to Chrome driver in a standard format. Now a question must arise in your brain that what is a browser driver, sir? What is a Chrome driver or what is a Gecko driver? So basically, let me just simplify this for you. It's not a very complicated thing, but to understand this, you have to understand that real browser like Chrome, Firefox or Edge, they does not read all of the commands directly and act on them because due to some of the security reasons. So for example, anyone can give any of the command, and if the browser reads this command directly and execute it without thinking, do you think it is really, logical to do this? No, right? So that's why every browser like Chrome or Firefox have a agent, and that agent is called as a browser driver. So for example, Chrome has an agent called as Chrome driver, Firefox is an agent called as Gecko driver, and similarly Microsoft Edge will have an agent which is named something else. Now what this agent do? This agent will be directly communicating with the real browser, and it will be communicating with the outside world as well. So it receives all the command, and at this agent's end, this guy filter out everything, and this guy validates the security part as well, and after doing everything this guy will pass the command to the real browser, okay, that now this command is safe to execute, you can execute it, and now that is done. So this is the entire process how a Selenium code is invoking our real browser. And for example, now when the driver send the request that you have to open the Google browser, real browser opens it, and now what it will say that browser is opened. And since when it will say that browser is open, now the message is passed back again with the same channel. So for example, here the browser told me that okay, browser is open. Now the message is passed to the Chrome driver. Now the Chrome driver will pass the message again to the JSON via JSON via protocol to a web driver that browser is open, and then this web driver will pass that same message that browser is open to the Selenium test code, that is to the console output to the user. So this is a circular flow. The message will go from here till here, and then the message will again go from here till here. So this is the entire architecture of a web driver. It is very simple to understand. I hope this is clear. There are many interview questions as well that can be framed from this particular architecture. For example, the interviewer can ask you that how the web driver is passing the command to the browser driver. So then you can say that, sir, it is passing the command from web driver to the browser driver via a JSON via protocol or W3C WebDriver protocol. Earlier, the protocol was something different, but now they have standardized it, and now they have told that we will use this protocol since this is safe and this is more readable for the browser driver. So now we are using this. And if anyone asks you what is the WebDriver architecture, simply you can draw this flowchart and you can explain them that how this entire thing works. One important thing that you need to understand, this particular code. So how you are writing driver.get/http://google.com, how this is getting converted into Selenium internal command, and then how this is getting converted into JSON, and then how this JSON is read by browser driver and then pass it to the real browser. It is as simple as that. You just need to understand these simple things, and that's it. You are done. WebDriver architecture is completed. Alright, so that was all for this video. I hope you have come to learn many things from this video. I will recommend you to please watch the entire Selenium series where I have taught Selenium from basic to advanced. Check out the playlist in the description below, and if you have liked this video, please consider subscribing and liking of this video so that it motivates me to make more videos like this. Tab tak ke liye, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Keep coding.